This is the magic. This is the magic. This is what I've been telling you. Okay, this is going to be a crazy turn. Just you wait and see. We have second rare candy and we have 4 seal stone. Yeah, we just win the game. We just win the game. Isn't that crazy? Because they can't play any item, we literally just win the game off of this turn. Like there was nothing they could do about it. We just cooked them immediately. They didn't have a chance.
The year of Budew is here. It's over. It's so good. It's so good. Budew fixes this deck's problems, all the problems it had. This deck feels insane to play. It's really, really strong. I can't wait for you to play it. My list is on the screen right now, and while you're taking a look at that list, head on over to hitmonchanting.com, get yourself a playmat, get yourself some prize packs, get yourself some staples. I got it all on the website. And yeah, we're just gonna hop right into the video. Let's get some dubs with Budew and friends.
Just wanted to give a quick thank you to the lovely sponsors of the Hitmonchanting channel. If you need codes, you know where to go. Head on over to ptcglstore.com and use code Hitmon to get 5% off your order. And be sure to check out Pokemon.gg, the best Pokemon card tracker and deck builder there is. Join Pokemon.gg by clicking the link below and use code Hitmon to get a free month of pro membership. Hitmonchanting playmats are finally here. Head on over to hitmonchanting.com to pick yours up today. Thank you to my sponsors for supporting the channel, and thanks to you for supporting me too. And now, let's get right back into the video. Our opponents flipped that coin. They got heads, and heads always shreds for them, so they're going to choose to go whatever they want to do here. They're making us go first. That's not too great. I'm not super happy about that. We want to go second. We want to use Budew. Going first isn't the worst thing in the world. This is a pretty solid opening hand. We'll have to see what they're cooking and what they're using first before I can actually make like an accurate judgment of what we need to do. But we have the Nest Ball, which means we can get another Dreepy down. We can get potentially save that for a Budew. There's a Pidgey, so it's going to be some sort of what's it called? It's going to be some sort of, I want to say, stall deck, maybe. They could be playing Dragapult with Budew as well. They could be playing Charizard with Budew. So I'd like to get Budew down, and I do want to play the Switch here. I want to put the Switch into it, and just passing is fine. Like, you got to play it slow. You got to play it slow. You can have those burst turns of like Rare Candy Dusknoir, Rare Candy Dragapult, boom, do your thing. But at the end of the day, it is really important to play it slow here because we're going to throw down the Drakloak. We're going to hopefully be able to find some stuff. There's Charizard, and now, yeah, they're going second. They're going to get a good setup probably, but they're not going to be able to Rare Candy. So how are they going to be able to evolve into Charizard this next turn? There's Manaphy, which don't matter to us. They led with the Pidgey. Again, 50 HP Pidgeys are our best friend. And here's an Iono, which is really solid for us because right now that means there's no boss, which means Budew's going to stay in the active. We get a nice Lance, which is going to be really, really helpful in fulfilling our board. And from here, yeah, they're going to play the Ultra Ball, get things going that way, which is good. They're getting rid of a Moltres? Maybe they're just playing part of the league battle deck or something like that. I don't know what to say. I mean, hey, the card itself is like interesting. It is interesting. Now they got a Pidgeot, but I hate to break it to them, that Pidgeot's not gonna be very useful. It ain't gonna be useful at all. So we'll have to just see what they do here. But Lance is gonna come through and help us out. Get through Dragon Pokemon. They got double Charmander, double Pidgey down, and that's a pass. Well, this Pollen's going to get real itchy for you, my friend. We get another Drakloak off the top, which is insane. And I'm pretty committed to using the Lance this turn. So I do want to use it first. We'll get Dreepy, Drakloak, and Dragapult. That's pretty solid. We have one Dreepy prized. That don't matter to me. Now we'll start using Recon Directive. Hopefully we can find something. The Psychic Energy is perfect for the following turn. And let's Recon Directive once again. And we're going to get ourselves an Arven. The Arven is going to be good as well, because now we can literally just attach the Fire Energy. The Ultra Ball, like, I don't really have cards I want to get rid of here, but we could go for an insanely, like, good turn if we're able to get a Dusknoir play. It's just too destructive right now. Let's just stick with the Itchy Pollen, because I really doubt they're going to be able to do anything next turn with the inability to play item cards. So we'll just see what exactly we can do here. But for now, it looks like like, I'm genuinely guessing it's just going to be pass from them. That seems to be like what is going to happen. Excuse me. So we'll just take a look and see. They might be freaking out. Like, oh, why can't I play my rare candy that I had in my hands and my opponent totally didn't know that I had it because I got my Pidgeot off the Ultra Ball. Here's an Arven, and the Arven is definitely going to grab a rare candy, and I'm guessing a Forced Seal Stone. Again, they can't play any items, so even if they were to grab an Ultra Ball to search for something like, you know, the Charmeleon or the Pidgeotto, if they play it, it's not going to be useful. I hate to break it to you. They would really have to get a Rotom down and just start drawing cards to find those pieces, and by that time, hopefully, Budew will have done enough damage where we can easily just kind of get rid of them. Now, they got the Prime Catcher Defiance Band, which is a combination I never thought they would have, to be honest with you. Another good thing about Budew is it does 10 damage, which might not seem like a lot, but it does really improve your math. In not a substantial way, but just having the extra 10 damage counters makes awkward situations much easier. Like, you know, if you Budew twice onto a 70 HP Pokemon, or even it doesn't have to be if it's onto the same Pokemon, then with 2 Phantom Dives, you can take out 2 70 HP Pokemon, if that makes sense. It's a little bit wonky, but I think you know what I mean. Let's fully get our guys online and ready to go, and we're going to start with the first Recon Directive. I want to try and find a boss or something here. Let's get Dragapult, put him into the hand, get rid of Lance. Let's Recon Directive a second time here, see what we can find. We get Crystal, we get Duskull. Now, I'd really like, I mean, allowing them to play items is bad here for sure. I think I might just be another Budew angle, so I'm just going to get Duskull. We're going to keep focusing on setting up this turn, and you'll see why in a second. This is going to grab us Counter Catcher, which is really perfect. Now, Arven can grab me. I like the idea of Buddy-Buddy and Crystal, but I don't even need Buddy-Buddy. I actually, maybe Rare Candy's better. Yeah, I think Rare Candy's definitely better just to stash it for next turn. So we'll drop the Duskull. We'll attach this to Drakloak, and it's going to be an Itchy Pollen angle once again. Because now we have Dusknoir access, which means that, or realistically, Duskull access is better with this Ultra Ball. And then the Rare Candy is just for a following Duskull play. I didn't check if we had Dusknoir in the deck, which I really should have, but Dusknoir is good because we can put on Charmander, trigger the Counter Catcher up the other Charmander, move 20 off the Pidgey, or just Phantom Dive and do 20, 30. Yeah, they can't do anything. See, this is the magic. This is what I've been telling you. Okay, this is going to be a crazy turn. Just you wait and see. We're going to Recon Directive to start, and let's get Buddy-Buddy. Now, realistically, okay, this is getting evolved. Realistically, all we're going to need, let's go for the Sparkling Crystal here. And I'd like to Ultra Ball some stuff away. Let's get rid of Tatsugiri. Let's get rid of Buddy-Buddy. Our plan changes if there's no Dusclops in the deck, but there is Dusclops. So let's grab the Dusclops. We're going to need to find, we don't have any Nest Ball. We're going to need to find that Ultra Ball or that Arven. So I should have saved it, actually. I really should have. But let's ignore that misplay. Let's just keep going. Let's Recon Directive once again. We can get Vessel, which is able to thin, but there's nothing too really thin out of the hand, I guess. But we've already Recon Directive, no, one time, so the Vessel is actually better. Because we Recon Directive, then shuffled, so we're still getting 2 cards out of the deck here. Now let's Recon Directive one more time. And we get Alakazam. Okay, perfect. So now look at this crazy play, right? We're able to deny our opponents so many resources, so many turns of them doing nothing. We'll drop our dude. Let's go for a Cursed Blast. Number 1, let's put 50 on the Charmander. All right, you can take a prize. Be my guest, take that prize card. Now, what we are going to do is something you are not going to see coming. We're going to go ahead and let them take that prize card. I'm sure they see the writing on the wall at this point, which is why it's really funny. Come on, select the prize card. I want to do my cool thing. Yeah, they're gonna do that. It's gonna be a counter catcher up on the other Charmander, and then we swing and boom, 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 3 prize turn. But we're gonna Iono them first. Okay, cool. We don't need to do any of that. Let's put the Psychic on this Drakloak here just to get it prepped. Really shouldn't matter. Let's counter catcher up the other Charmander. Go for an Iono play. Put them down 1 card. It's not the end of the world for them, but it's something, right? That's actually pretty good too. We can Buddy-Buddy for the second Duskull, which is really solid. Now let's go into Dragapult here. And yeah, we don't need to move the 20. I don't want to give that like it doesn't really matter. It just does the same thing. If we move 20 over, it gets knocked out, right? And then we just put 5 in 1. Yeah. Phantom Dive it is. Let's get that clean Phantom Dive. You're getting 2 on the Charmander, 3 on the Pidgey. We still have the 1 left over, and that's definitely just going on the Manaphy, so then we can potentially win next turn. Now, they have no attackers on the board, but they can use items again. But because that extra damage from Budew, exactly what I was talking about, it allows you to take the double, you know, in this specific case, it allowed us to have the perfect math to do that kind of play, and boom. That's just it. They're cooked. They're cooked and they're finished. This card is crazy. This card is actually insane because we went second. They didn't have like a preemptive evolution or something in their hand. What were they gonna do? What were they gonna do? Nothing. They weren't gonna do anything. Actually insane. Our opponent called the flip. Our opponent won the flip. This is not new information. This is standard stuff. They're gonna choose to go first, and they've fallen right into our trap. We get the Budew trap of all time. This is a really solid hand. I'm ready to see what they're playing. Dialga with Archaladon. Okay. Now let's see. Literally, they're going first. Let's see how many items. This deck is an item spam deck. Let's see how many items they spam. This is a great hand. Like, these are great follow-up cards for sure. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. Okay, I'm really hyped. There's an Ultra Ball gonna come through, probably get rid of double metal energy. Or no, Dialga and Turo, never mind. Them getting rid of a Turo right now is really solid for us because it stops, you know, the Turo is our worst enemy in this matchup because they got Turo, they got Super Scoop Up, they got all that jazz. So just getting rid of it straight away is really, really good. That means they have one less Turo to use instantly. We'll see what they do. It's just a pass, no more items spammed, which is great for us. Budew on the top. Oh, I love you, Budew. Let's go for a Buddy-Buddy Poffin. It's gonna be double Dreepy for sure. And I want to just check and make sure we have the rescue board. We do not. Okay, we have Switch because I don't want to waste an attached retreat. We have 4 Sealstone, which is good for next turn. This is fine. This is a fine hand to have right now. Let's get Budew down. Arven. Like, what's the Vessel gonna get rid of here? We could potentially win it next turn if they don't have, like, a good supporter. Let's Vessel. I think it's gonna be really tough. Dusclops isn't really doing anything for us. Let's get the Fire and the Psychic. Then we're just gonna have to Arven for... It's literally gonna be Arven for Switch Crystal, which isn't terrible. Switch and Crystal. We have Fish for another Arven for next turn, which is fine. Switch into Budew. We'll attach the Fire over here. They could have Iono, but I'm also like half expecting them to have a Vacuum, so I don't want to play that down. And it's an Itchy Pollen for 0 damage, which is completely fine. That item lock is really what we need because they could have a lot of energy in their hand. They only played an Ultra Ball. They didn't play a Vessel. So if they top deck a Vessel, it's literally just useless. Concealed cards, more items, literally useless. They need to find like the exact cards they need and not the search cards that they need in order to really do anything substantial right now. So that's why I'm really, really liking this situation that we're in. Like I was saying, I didn't exactly check. It's very, very possible we just win the game next turn because we just need to get Dragapult up online, and then we go Rare Candy Dusknoir, Rare Candy Dragapult, and we win. That's all we need to do if they don't bench any other Pokemon. Okay, we can win the game this turn. Let's see. Let's see if we can. The Nest Ball is going to tell us if we can. Or we can play it, right? So, okay, first off, Rare Candy Dragapult is the important one. Do this. Make sure we have all of our ducks in a row here. Because it's literally just going to be, we need 2 more cards, which we can get via fish as long as they're in the deck. I really just got to make sure we have the second Rare Candy in here. It's going to be fish for Arven. We have second Rare Candy, and we have 4 Sealstone. Yeah, we just win the game. We just win the game. Isn't that crazy? Because they can't play any item, we literally just win the game off of this turn. Like, there was nothing they could do about it. There was literally nothing they could do about it. We get the Dusknoir. I grabbed Rare Candy, right? Yep. All right. GG's, guys. GG's. Yeah, have fun playing your search cards, guys. Don't matter. You're cooked. Oh, yeah, take that 1 prize card. Yeah, that's crazy. That is so crazy. We just cooked them immediately. They didn't have a chance. We get to call the starting coin flip. Tails never fails. As I always say, we're going to flip that coin, and it's going to be Tails. And we're going to choose to go second with this deck. Obviously, with the new and improved Budew, we have so many options going second with Dragapult now. That Itchy Pollen is just so good. And we have the perfect starter as well. So look at this. We're going to start with a clean Lance. We have an attachment. We have a Nest Ball. We got a lot going on here. And basically, this is kind of where the key of Budew comes into play. Like, that's what makes this deck so strong now. We're going to see what we are up against exactly. Greninja. So Greninja either means it's a turbo deck, which is the most likely scenario, or it's Chien-Pao, which is the least likely scenario. We're going to disrupt them real hard either way with the Itchy Pollen here. So I'm very excited to see how this goes and to see what we're working with. There's an Earthen Vessel. I'm guessing this is a... oh, this is new. Is this a Golden Go deck, potentially? Question mark. Is this a Golden Go? Some of them do play the Lady, which is, like, not the worst. Oh, I didn't see those energies. Let's see. What were those energy cards? Water. Could be a wacky Chien-Pao, could be a Golden Go Palkia. That's also very possible. We'll just have to see what happens here. Either way, we have an absolutely cracked turn 1 ahead of us. Here's the Ultra Ball, which is going to allow us to get a sneak peek as to what we're up against. But yeah, I'm really excited for this card. Like, this card single-handedly is going to allow Dragapult to be good. There's a Grass Energy and another Vessel. There's an Execute. Okay, this is an Alolan Executor deck. Very wacky deck, it seems. They're just going to get an attachment on the Execute, Sparkling Crystal on the Execute, and that's just going to be a pass from them. So we'll see. They're not going to be able to play any items next turn. We're going to immediately start off with the Lance, and we're just going to get Drakloak, and we need double Dreepy, I think. The Nest Ball I'll use to grab a Duskull. Honestly, we can just get double Drakloak and Dreepy because we have one in the hand. Then we get Duskull. Okay. This is pretty solid right here. We can do this. Nest Ball will nab us the Duskull here. We'll attach a fire to the Dreepy, and then it's just going to be an Itchy Pollen angle here. Do a clean 10 damage, and no items from their hand the next turn. So no Ultra Ball. They got rid of another Earthen Vessel instead of playing it. So we'll see what they do here. They're just not going to have that many options. They're putting a Pidgey on the bench, which is a great target for us. They have an Eggs Evolution in the hand, and I'm curious what kind of the goal is here. Maybe it uses Tropical Frenzy to power things up. Maybe that's the play. They're going to attach to Greninja. They can Tropical Frenzy, take a KO here. That's very possible. Okay, and we'll see what happens. Maybe it swings with Radiant Greninja, or maybe not. Maybe that's just it for them right here. Okay, so they have the Executor in play. We'll lead... I'm thinking how we should do this. There is a chance we're able to get our Dragapult up and running here. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, so I think I'll lead the Duskull to start, and we'll just see what we draw into here. There's a lot of options. We get the Ultra Ball. Let's put the Drakloak down. This is really tough. I would like to use the Drakloak first here and just see what we get. Dragapult and Ultra Ball. We'll get the Ultra Ball and keep that. Let's do another Drakloak here. And let's go for another Drakloak. I don't want to Iono them away from this kind of hand. We can get the Stretcher, put the Iono towards the bottom. And honestly, maybe we can Ultra Ball. Get rid of Ultra Ball and Stretcher. Now the thing is they can potentially hit us with a Tropical Frenzy and get a KO on this Fezandipiti on the bench. But I think I'd rather just get the 2 cards here. Or extra 3 cards, just so we can get hopefully a little bit of a better setup, maybe find some energy and such. The Arven is great. The Arven's really going to be what we need right here. I'd like to grab a Poffin and grab the Crystal. Now the Poffin can grab me Dreepy Duskull, and then I'd have to pass from there. I think I like that. Okay. Actually, I do like that, because then next turn we can Iono. And for now, we got Dreepy Duskull. Pretty much all set. I could counter Catcher here. And then pass the turn, but I don't actually want to. I'd rather just pass, and we'll see what they're cooking up. They have the 1 prize card, then they have the top deck, so there is a good chance that they're able to do something here. They can use items once again, but there's no Greninja charged up, so nothing for us to really be worried about. They could, I'm guessing it's just a Swinging Sphene angle. They got lots of energy in their hand, so that concealed card is going to really come through and help them out. It's a Swinging Sphene angle, probably to try and get rid. And it's heads. Okay, thankfully it's heads. It gets rid of the Duskull. It's exactly what we want. And now our Dragapult is going to be able to wreak havoc upon this board. We'll lead the Drakloak. And now we have a slow start, but that's okay because Budew really limited what they were able to do. From here, I will just flip the script first and foremost, see what we get. Get some more cards. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's Recon Directive and grab ourselves the candy's good. The Sinnoh is okay. Let's grab the candy for now because we can use Dusknoir and get rid of this Executor with that. That was that Recon Directive. Let's put Dragapult up and online right here. Ooh, there's a new effect for evolving into Terras. That's pretty sweet. Let's Recon Directive once more. I wanted to find the Vessel so we could get an attachment as well. So let's Crystal here. Rare Candy into Dusknoir. Would have been nice to have the Lance, but that's actually fine. Let's Vessel away this. Get some Psychics in the hand. I'd like to, yeah, let's just Cursed Blast. Hit the Executor where it hurts. We're going to just eliminate their attacker completely this turn. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do. Now from here, I don't know what their game plan is going to be. We'll attach this to the Drakloak. We could also Iono them here, which I actually don't mind now that they're down to 3 cards in hand. No, not kind of catcher. I do like going for the Iono at this point. And now look at how quickly the tides have turned. If we can get another Drakloak here, which would be really nice. If not, that's okay. We can... Buddy-Buddy's not going to get us anything because... And I don't necessarily want a shuffle to happen here. So let's just Phantom Dive. And we'll Phantom Dive and put Phantom 5 on this Pidgey and 1 on the Greninja. That doesn't matter. Bing, bang, boom. We've got him. We got him. That's a nice 3 prize turn from our deck. And now we're in a really solid position. We're able to kind of just do whatever we want. They got a low hand. We're also in range to Roxanne them the following turn. We got a huge hand. We're going to have Drakloak online. We have another Dragapult if we need it. They can get a Buddy-Buddy Poffin all they want, but in reality, we just need to keep spamming Phantom Dive, and then we're good to go. This Execute only having 30 HP is great for us too, which means they can only really put 1 down at a time. If they want something substantial to happen, because if they put 2 down at a time, literally all it takes is us going Ultra Ball for a fish for boss, then we boss up the Pidgey, get execute, and then we're chilling. So that is good for us. They put a Hoot down, they're going to energy on the execute, and they're playing an Iono. Okay, so they're going to make our life a little bit harder, but not that much worse, because we could just draw into the Ultra Ball. And the Drakloak is actually really, really great as well to draw into. Because if they put down another Execute, they should just lose. And that's just the scoop right there. Yeah, Dragapult's really powerful, and limiting your opponent from just playing cards not only to advance their board, but also they can't thin their deck is really, really strong. Coin flip has been called, but guess what? Tails. Well, heads always shreds. Like, tails didn't fail us in the sense that it wasn't got. You know what I mean? We're going second here. We're going second here, and we're item locking some people, okay? They're not going to know what to do. They're going to be dumbfounded, let me tell you. It's going to be the greatest thing on the history of the planet. We have Budew guaranteed with this hand, and we have energies to attach, which is really good as well. We're playing against Serledg. I love playing against an item spammy deck. Because they just need to naturally have the Serledg after in order to even do anything. So if their opening hand is like kind of mid, we get 2 extra cards. Switch is fantastic to have as well. It doesn't really help us right now. If they just get their, if they don't have a good opening hand and their hand is like all energy, for example, we can literally just win the game because they're going to dead draw items for so many turns. We could just keep Budew in the active, going and going and going. Here's an Ultra Ball, likely getting rid of 2 fire energies. And yeah, we're going to cook them. We're going to cook them so hard. I'm guessing this is going to get a Squawk ability. If their hand is like strong, it's probably going to be Radiant Greninja instead. Because against like decks that use Dusknoir and Dragapult decks, oh, it's a Serledg, okay? They're prepping for next turn then, is my guess. Because that means we're going to get 1 turn of Budew potentially, which I'm not like the hugest fan of. Yeah, they're just going to attach to the Charcadet. If it's an attached pass, that's a little interesting. But then again, it's still possible we just win the next turn. Because the item lock is really, really, like, it's necessary here. Because we can't have them spam Pokegears, use the Pokestop, and all that. The Rare Candy is good to have. Let's get ourselves a Buddy-Buddy and a Rescue Board. I like that. Buddy-Buddy and Rescue Board. Buddy-Buddy will get us Budew Dreepy. And that's basically it. That's all she wrote. We can switch. I'd rather not use the Rescue Board. We'll go into Budew here. Attach a fire. And it's going to be an Itchy Paw and Angle. Now, yeah, they can just literally just going to drop Serledg and just smack us silly, for sure. But we need something to go forward. We have a Drakloak. Like, if they just boss Dreepy, that's fine. Okay, you're benching Pokio off the top deck, which is okay. Here's a Serledg, and it literally might just be, you know... Okay, and they had the Carmine. They had double Carmine. Okay, that makes sense. They played that hand reasonably well, I would say. But now they're not going to be able to search any other Pokemon. Here's the Pokestop, which is really good for us, because it gives us options. You can put your Squawk ability... I don't know why you put the Squawk ability down right now. You can't use it, dog. Big dog, it can't be used. That's some nice items you found there. You can't use them. And see, this 10 damage on the Serledg is relevant as well, because we can swing into it, then it can be KO'd with Dragapult afterwards. So we can hit it and then boss up Squawk, hit it with Dragapult, and then we get boom 4 prize turn. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say in the business. So yeah, Abyssal Flames 140, that sounds about right. Goodbye, Budew. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Now, I do kind of want to lead the Duskull here. This is a real big, like, Hail Mary scenario, because we need to find stuff. So this is what another Drakloak. We have a lot of items. Let's spin the stop. Spin it to win it. Naturally, it gets us an Arven in the discard. Naturally. Let's go for a Drakloak. We need to get fish here. Oh, okay. Alright. I didn't want to use the Ultra Ball, and now I don't have to. Let's get fish. Let's go fishing. Fish can get us Arven, and Arven can get us basically all we need. So let's go for the Arven. Arven's going to get us a Poffin, and it's going to get me a Sealstone as well. Now, right now, we got 2 energy in the discard. I'm really not thinking they're going to be able to, like, boss and KO the fish without using any items, thanks to this Budew play. And that's the double Budew power right there. And now I'll just attach to... We'll put it on the Dreepy for now. I don't think they're going to play a Vacuum. This deck usually doesn't. But let's Itchy Pollen them for 10 damage. And yeah, now we're really chilling for next turn. Next turn's gonna be a banger turn. Like, of all the turns, this is gonna be a banger turn next turn. Because they got rid of a Carmine, that means there's 3 Carmine down. They can't use any Pokegears right now, and this deck loves to spam those Pokegears. So they literally just need to have a natural research in the hand. Of course they do. Now they're down all the stretchers. Usually the deck only plays 3, which is really good news for us. But they can't play any vessels right now. They can use Greninja. That's completely fine. It's going to be a struggle for them to find Charcadets if they don't have any just in, you know, in their hand, which is good because we can potentially get rid of the Serledg this coming up turn. Attached to the Palkia, that sounds about right. Now, I'm just guessing it's going to be an Abyssal Flames here, and I'd like to... There's no world where we get rid of both, but I think getting rid of the Serledg is good. Pokestop, perfect for us. We really don't mind that. Now they can hit us here. It would have been, you know, I would have liked to be able to use Roxanne this coming turn, but that's okay. We don't need it. So I'm not super upset about that. I do want to just KO the Serledg though. That's my main thing, because then they're just not going to be able to KO the Dragapult next turn, which is really, really good. They could use Radiant Greninja potentially, but if we make it not worth their while, then they won't go for it, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. So we'll start off with the first Recon Directive. That's going to get us a Dusknoir, which is really, really perfect. It lets us get the KO on the Serledg here. Now we'll go for a second Recon Directive, see what we find. Lance is pretty much perfect. Lance is pretty much perfect. Yeah. What did they get off of that Pokestop? I'm trying to remember. They just got an Ultra Ball. I'm thinking, do we Seal Stone for... Because we can use Ultra Ball. Maybe we Seal Stone for the other Iono. It should be in the deck, fingers crossed. Okay. Let's get the Lance here. Rare Candy into Dusknoir. Attach. And then we Ultra Ball. Get rid of these two. Normal turn. Dragapult. Do we have the other Iono? We don't have the other Iono. Okay. So that's fine. That's completely okay. We don't need it because we just use Roxanne. Okay, cool. I kind of completely forgot about that. Now, Mr. Dragapult goes there. We can smack him with a Dusknoir right here. I'd like to move some damage off. That would be really nice. But yeah, I like hitting the Roxanne here. And if we can find a way to get rid of this Pokestop, that would be exquisite. Exquisite. Which we can, because I think Temple's in there. So let's hit the Roxanne real hard right now. We get Crystal, we get another Dreepy, which is good. Now, they're incentivized to use Greninja here, but that's fine with me if they do. Let's go ahead and... Right now, who's in the discard? I could Stretcher out a Duskull. But honestly, right now, what I need to find is Alakazam. So let's just hit the stop. 2 good cards right there. 2 really good cards. Yeah, right now they got 5. They could very easily ramp up. So Alakazam isn't the most relevant right now. I just would like to put it there. So I think just bumping with the Temple, if it's in the lit deck, which it is, bumping with a Temple is the most important. And we can Ultra Ball for Alakazam here. So let's bump with the Temple. Let's Ultra Ball, get rid of Poffin and Dragapult. Find Alakazam. Yeah, okay, cool. Then I like this idea. We Stretcher for a Duskull. Put bro right here. Alakazam move 20 off. Put it on the Palkia. Now we take a KO here, which is all well and good and fine and dandy. We can literally just pile on the Squawk. We'll put 3 on the Squawk, because if we get another Dusknoir, because this... What's it called? No, I can't see what's underneath the active, because this game is terrible. But this one, we didn't use Rare Candy. We just used 1 Rare Candy. So we can Rare Candy Dusknoir again. And I'd like to Dusknoir that. And then I guess we'll just pile... We could pile all of it on Palkia. Right? Because that'll be 5. We hit, that's 7? No. No, let's pile on Ninja. Let's pile it on Ninja. Alright, sweet. Now we've gotten rid of our good pal Serledg, and we take 2 prizes. They have items, they have all the items in the world, but they don't have an attacker that can really do a lot. They can lead Greninja, which I'm suspecting that's what they're going to do. They can go for a Greninja play, or they can just naturally swing with Palkia. Swing with Palkia is not the worst idea in the world either. We haven't seen the A-Spec yet, so I'm guessing it's Brilliant Blender. But, you know, it's possible it's not. And if they don't find an evolution to Palkia off these 3 cards, there's a pretty high chance we just win next turn. They got a concealed cards, so they're leveling up. They're getting more damage in the discard pile, you know, as Serledg GX likes to do. And there's a Catcher. Catcher could be really bad for us. Catcher Heads is really bad for us because we used the Switch, didn't we? We did. Okay, that's tough. Maybe they're going to be dumb. Because we're down Rescue Board, we're down Switch. We literally just have to attach to this Alakazam. That's really bad, actually. It does give us a little more of a chance to regroup, but I'm not a huge fan of that situation. Fire Energy on the Palkia. Earthen Vessel. Why are we putting a Fire Energy on the Palkia for? Are we suspecting a But you don't have any more Water Energy. What are we doing? I was going to say, we're going for a Hydro Break. Just rule the region, going to get that Pokestop. They're down 2 of them. Usually they play the 3rd, though. So we'll see if they do. They don't. Okay, cool. I thought most decks played the 3rd. Oh, we have Crispin. That's right. Now, 1, 2. There's a chance we just Crispin and win. Crisp win. We do Crisp win. Nice. What? I had a fire in there. The game just didn't let me get the fire. I had a fire energy in there. Okay. That's bad. Okay, sure. Alright, game. That's interesting. I guess I'll get Dragapult from here. Why? Whatever. I'll attach the Psychic. And I could just counter catcher something up, but no, we want the Palkia here. And I'll just pass. What? I'm actually so flabbergasted by that. I am genuinely shocked by that. Because we would have been able to knock out the Palkia and place damage this turn. I'm legitimately so shocked by that. Whatever. It's fine. There's still a pretty high chance we win this game. All we need to do is, if they don't evolve the Palkia here, but I think at this point they should. They should have enough to evolve the Palkia. They've only used 1 Ultra Ball, and usually that list plays 4. 2 Palkia line, or even if it's just a 1-1 Palkia line, they should just have a way to get it. We didn't even take a knockout last turn, so that's fine. We would have if it wasn't for this stinking game. That was really interesting. Okay. There's an Ultra Ball, so that means they have the Palkia. And yeah, they can retreat the Palkia into Greninja, use Greninja, get rid of 2 of our Pokemon. That's all completely fine, because now we can counter catcher. Granted, no, you know what? That is actually okay. Because we can counter catcher Fez, move damage, because if the rule the region. But did you not just get Palkia? You got Palkia V. All right. What is this person doing? Okay. All right, game. All right, and we get Dusknoir, which is Dusk. Great. So let's go for a recon directive. If we get Arven, we should just be good. Is there a world where Dusclops makes things better for us? Potentially. You're going here for sure. You're going here for sure. I could just evolve to the Dusclops. And then, like, Like, it's definitely, right now, it's definitely a counter catcher angle on the Fez. Move 10 from the Ninja. All well and dandy. There's a chance that we get Rare Candy, Ultra Ball, 2 other cards without just playing the Dusclops. So let's go for it. You know, why not? We're feeling a little funky today. Why not just do that? Yeah, we didn't get that at all. That's okay. We'll retreat Alakazam. Go into Dragapult and Phantom Dive. Phantom Dive, and now we put this much over here. They got rid of the Briar. We take out the Fez. We got a lot of cards here now. And yeah, we have a lot of avenues to winning next turn. We do. I'm genuinely just baffled at that, Crispin. I'm not gonna lie. Unless I didn't see the option to pick another energy. Maybe I'm tripping. But more often than not, live is tripping. So it wouldn't really surprise me, right? Anyway, they got the Charcadet. They got the Fire Energy. Do they have... They should have led with the Palkia, but that's okay. That's alright. That is completely fine. They need, like, what is it, 18 to KO? Because it's 20 plus. Trainer, no, Pokemon. Yeah, it's 20 plus. So right now, with 10 in the discard, they're doing 230 damage, which means they need a lot more. Yeah, I don't know how they're playing. This has got to be a newer player, because they're not playing very optimally. We'll see the Abyssal Flames come through and we'll just win. Yeah. If they retreated the Palkia and played that, if they got another 4 in there, that would have been another 80. They would have almost been there, right? Yeah, they would have been 10 off. If they played optimally, they would have been chilling. But unfortunately, they didn't. You know. 280 big ones. Goodbye, 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 Charcadet. Which, I mean, is now Serledg. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you. And you are cooked. You are so cooked beyond cooked. Goodbye. So what did you think of my brand new Budew deck? This isn't even a Dragapult deck. It's literally just Budew. Yeah, this deck is really good. Like, really strong. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because this list is gonna cook up for sure. Like, Budew, with, you know, the improvements of lands and focusing around the Budew format, is really good. This list feels so strong because you can just stop your opponent from doing anything for a turn. You can even use Budew in the late game, which is something I don't really see anyone talking about at all. Is you can swing with what's its name? Swing with Budew when your opponent, like, needs to have Prime Catcher in order to win or something like that. You can throw Budew in the active, swing, and then they can't use that Prime Catcher. Or they can't use whatever specific card they need to win. You know, even this is good against, like, decks that, like Golden Go, that can do insane damage with eSearch Pro. They're going first, you go second, you Budew them, then they can't, like, boss KO a Lumineon as easily anymore. Stuff like that. Like, it's really, really strong. This card is so strong for a number of reasons. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below. List is in the description. What do you think of this deck? Would you like, dislike, would you keep, and would you change about it? We're back, baby. We're back ready to make some semi-regular videos. I'm very excited. And thank you all for watching once again. All that's said and done. Hitmonchanting is out.